Okay, I'm cracking up because if you watch my last video, I mentioned a software called Softr. And it's a way to basically take all the data, specifically in Airtable, and you could use Google Sheets as well. And it's a way to basically create a beautiful app and showcase that data inside of some sort of like portal or internal app. So I actually shared this on Threads, and I'm going to read you some comments because y'all are loving this software already just from the preview. So, okay, Olivia says next level Airtable use right there, and solution integrators. Yes, I love this. Her marketing coach. I'm in desperate need to know how to do this. Did someone teach you? Is there a tutorial? There was no tutorial, so I'm about to show y'all. The membership though, the membership portal is looking gorgeous. Z the OBM says, look on the bright side, you don't know how to use it. This is my first time using Airtable, so I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And last but not least, Gem Creative Co says, I didn't even know this was possible. Might try something like this for my course or program. Okay, so if you saw my last video and you saw how I took the Airtable data, and basically this was like an FAQ bank that I wanted to embed and make it like inside of the portal that I have for my ad members. So if you are here today and you're like, show me how you did it, Melissa, let's do it. Let's dive in. All right, now we are in the little mini tutorial portion of the video. So this is the name of the company, Softr, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, SOFTR.io is the website. And full transparency, in order to do what I'm going to show you on this video, you will need the basic plan starting at $49 a month. You can totally play around with it and test it, see how you like it for free. And you will also need Airtable. All right, before we dive into the Softr part of this tutorial, I want to show you exactly what you'll need to set up or have essentially in Airtable first. You could also do this in a Google Sheet. Again, I am very green to this software and I had just started to use it today, so don't judge me, but I'm actually new to both of these. I'm new to Airtable and I'm new to Softr. So what I was envisioning for this FAQ bank inside of my ad membership is essentially a way to, instead of repeating myself inside of the Slack channel, I wanted there to be like this one-stop shop, you know, one place that could house all of the questions and categorize it. So that way people can come here first to see if their question has already been answered before going to the Slack channel to ask their question. Obviously, you know, the Slack channel is there for support. So by all means, if they have a very unique question that's unique to their business and their offer, they can still ask over there. But I think for the general questions like you see here listed, I wanted there to be some sort of like, you know, bank that houses all of this information. So all I did was created one tab. I'm keeping it super simple. The view, I just named it questions because it's a simple like question and answer, but I did want there to be a topic. So this particular field is a question field, so you can edit it and you can have it be single line text, long text. This could be date, like you can go crazy in here. But for this particular example, single line text is used for the type of field because it's a question. The topic and tag is actually, let's see, this one is a multiple select option. And here's where I added in all the different like possible, I tried to think of an exhaustive list of all of the possible like different types of topics and or tags that we could, you know, implement and utilize for this content bank. So that's how I did that there. You can add a description if you want. I like to color code the options. You can totally turn that off, but I like to color code, and you can also alphabetize too to make it easier to find. But once you enter in your question, you can come in here and you can tag it accordingly, and you can pick more than one since we have the multiple selection option. And then this text box is basically a longer text box called the answer, or basically it's labeled as an answer because that is essentially the answer to the question. And then I selected a long text option, and I'm actually going to enable the rich text formatting because I can include in this particular answer section, I can hyperlink to a specific Loom video that's already in the actual membership, or I can include other checklists, headers, codes. I mean, the list goes on, but that's all you'll need for this. What you then need to do once this is all set up and done, you need to go into Softr. They do have templates, but I will say the templates kind of tripped me up and like I did not know what I was doing. So we're actually gonna go into the Ad Traffic School FAQ bank that I made here.
Are you ready to up-level your ads right now with the proven custom audiences that you need to target in your next ad campaign? Well, look no further. I have a free resource for you, the Proven Pixel Permit. Make sure you enter in your name and email address to snag this resource. It's filled with an ad checklist, numerous tutorials, and several lists of proven audiences for online coaches and online entrepreneurs, as well as service providers. So click the link below, somewhere around this video, and snag yours today.
The pages will be listed here. So you can have different pages and the templates will basically show you what you can kind of make. So you can kind of make it look like a login page and then like a portal. But what I wanted to just do was create like a list. All right, so this is kind of what you'll see here. So in order to integrate this list with the data in Airtable, you need to click on this section. Basically, this is like a block or a section on the page. And really, I just need like one page. I wanted to keep it super simple since I'm pretty new to this, but you will need to integrate the source. So the source is my Airtable account. The base is basically like whatever you named that spreadsheet that you're working on in Google Sheets or Airtable. So this is the one that I wanted to sync and integrate. And then the table specifically was the FAQ bank. And then the view is the questions. So just so you know here, this is the base. So this is the name of the entire document. This tab here, FAQ bank, is the table name. And then the view is this right here, questions. That's what shows these three columns right here. Okay. Then you can actually show more items per page, so you can increase this. Okay. And then you can go to content, and this is the most important part. You can add a title and subtitle here. I didn't really want to do that only because it's already embedded in my actual portal. So people already know what it is. If they're in the portal, they already know what it is. You can do a drop down versus a tag for the filters. So you can filter by topic and do a drop down, but I really like the tag option and I like the position to be at the top. So you can do side or you can do top. And then filter by topic. I wanted to filter by tags, right? So you can label this whatever you want it to be called. So I literally chose filter by topic, but they can filter by topic or tag, and they can also filter by question. So you can also add more there, but we're going to just take that off because I think it's pretty simple the way it is already. So we're just gonna do topic and tag. And then sync options with data source. So that is toggled on. So these are all my options. These are all my tags that I created in Airtable, which is this column here, the topic and tag column. And then I wanted it to sort from A to Z, so alphabetical order. If you wanted that to change, you can also change that. You can also have it to be basically just so they select one tag, but I wanted them to have the option to select numerous tags because some of these questions are tagged in multiple different topics essentially. And then the filter settings. So I just have, basically I kind of left this the same, but the search bar, I want them to be able to search by question or tag. So that is the placeholder text that I put there, and that will show up in the search bar. And I indicated here via the drop down and I selected question and tag. I don't really want them to search by answer. I don't think that's very helpful. Now for the item fields, I took off the image. Originally there was an image and I'm not sure how to change that. So I just hid it. So that's what that is. you can kind of show like the eyeball, and then it will close. It will look like a closed eye essentially. The topic and tag, so that is the type. So the cover media tags, I wanted that content to essentially show the topic and tags there. And then for the question is basically, I'm telling it, okay, I want this particular content box to be the questions, right? And then for this content box, I wanted it to be the answers. So it's kind of straightforward for this particular list type of grid content option. And then for the see more button, I just had the label stay the same, see more. So essentially they can click this button to see more questions. And then here's the copy embed code that I copied, and then I put it in an HTML custom box inside of Thrivecart Learn. So I just dragged that over, and then I pasted the code, and then I hit publish, and then I viewed it. Okay, now for the actions. So what I wanted them to be able to do is to actually submit a question if they don't see their question here. So they can either search for the question or tag, or they can click on the submit a question button, and there will be a pop-up that shows, and it will show the actual option to submit a question. All they have to do is type in their question and hit submit. There is no answer or topic or tag that they're able to apply, because personally, I want to do that on my end. So how I did that, the label, I changed this text on the button to say submit a question. You can put an icon, I didn't. And then this add a record, well, basically you can change the action, right? So you can say, okay, I want this to open a page, or I want this to scroll to something. I want this to open a URL, or I want it to add an actual record. So I picked add record. And when you drop down the little caret, you can see the different fields. So this was my submit a new question text that I put as the label of the button. This is required. And then the add record modal settings is essentially add new question. When they basically say save, or the save button, I just wanted that to say add. And then if they want to close everything out, it just says cancel. And then when they do submit the new question, there will be a success message shown that is basically, it's gonna say new question added successfully. So I could probably do a little exclamation mark there. Okay, everything else stays the same, but on the item on click, I do want to essentially, when they click one of these like questions, I want the answer to open up to show the entire answer, because some of these have a longer answer and they may not show entirely just on the preview view of the answering question. So in order to do that, you can select for the item on click. So define what happens when a user clicks on an item. I want it to open the details page. And if you don't have one, it will force you to create a details page. And then I wanted it to open for the FAQ bank. That was like the tab in the spreadsheet in Airtable. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second, but it will open in the same tab. So it opens in the same tab. You can style it. So there are some style options there. And then you can change the visibility. But for this example, I'm embedding it in the actual membership portal, so it's good as it is. Now we're gonna preview. Make sure you publish it too. We're gonna preview to see how it is going to show. So when you click on one of these, getting started, anything that's categorized as a getting started type of question, you'll be able to see that there. And then if you wanted to see an answer in its entirety, because you can't see it just from the preview, you can click into it and it will show everything. And then it will show the tags as well. All right, there you have it. That is a little mini tutorial on how I am utilizing Softr with Airtable inside of my ad membership called the Ad Traffic School. If you're interested in joining, make sure you get on the wait list. We open to the public on April 23rd. Bye.